This is Verity Park, enjoyed by the locals throughout the year due to its tranquility. But it wasn't always that way. In fact, it was once the battlefield for the 7-Year War.
And after receiving a number of letters and emails about the new two keys, we decided it was time we got involved. So we're here for the next 14 days to find out not only who the new two keys are, but what their intentions may be.
There's just a bunch of hooligans around here, man.
They broke me gnome!
They're menacing.
Now we're speaking to residential crime expert Ruff McTuffin to talk about the increase in gang activity in Canford Heath.
Having studied drug law at Boston University, worked in a Mexican cartel and spent 4 years as an extra in Prison Break, Ruff is well placed to answer our questions. You know why you're here, of course. Crime is a major issue in Canford Heath. We just heard the public's opinion. Can we have yours as well, please?
Well, obviously the public are quite clearly scared, and personally, I can't blame them. With the gang's obvious new motives, we don't know a hell of a lot, and without this new information, the police are pretty much powerless to do anything.
Two keys are clearly back and enforced by the looks of things. Do you think they ever were gone?
Well, like you say, Two Keys evidently have made a strong return, and a gang like Two Keys, along with their rivals the CHC, have a really deep-rooted history here. So I never doubt that there are people who've always held those beliefs and ideologies of the gang close to their hearts, and it just appears that they have a reason to come back.
And finally, do you think people of Canford Heath can rest easy tonight, Ruff?
Yes, I feel that until Two Keys and the CHC once again renew their long-standing conflict, for the time being there's nothing to fear.
As always, Ruff, it's been a pleasure.
No, thank you, Ben. Good to be here.
We had heard many stories of brutality from two key forces, but as Jordan finds out, Vinley's experience was something else.
Vin has spent years successfully growing cash crops for CHC. During the 7 Years' War, his home was set ablaze by two key forces. He now spends his days farming at Magna Academy and other locations.
Hi there, Vin. You're right, nice to meet you. I'm Jordan from Ben&J's.
How to meet you?
So what do you do here?
What do I do here? First of all, let's come inside where it's not raining.
Thank you.
Let's get out of the cold. Okay. So what do you want to know, sir?
I know you've come here quite recently, so what happened in the 7 Years' War?
Sad times, it was horrid. Oh, I was just reading Communist magazine. I hit him for does good work. And all of a sudden, everything in flames. I lose my house, lose my possessions, lose all my crops. I have to start again.
If there was one thing you would say to Two Keys, what would it be?
Okay, first of all, I tell them not to smoke. It's really bad. And if you just let me look at the camera a minute, I haven't seen these before. I'd like to tell them to f*** off, you silly pikey scum. You're terrible.
The team and I are now heading to a rural settlement where Vinley and his family are from. Here we get to see what life is like after the 7 Years' War and the recent resurgence of gangs in Canford Heath.
Hello! Hello, good to see you again. You'll have to excuse the bad leg. I had to put the bull back in the stable. He's a right little bastard, I tell you. Would you like to come and see the rest of my farm? Yes, let's go. This is the water pump. This is where we get the water that we need to drink. We also use it for the water slides in the summer. You just go, wee, it's brilliant.
Where does the water come from, Vin?
Where does the water come from? Well, you got the river that runs along over there, but you've also got the water that comes underground. We're having a bit of difficulty. It's sort of not great in the winter. So what we do is we just got to the nice because of what lovely friendly lady in the reception. And she basically gets us all the bottled water we need. It comes from Elm Spring. It's lovely. Let me take you to the forge now. We'll go over there. This is where we make all of our products. So I like to make pots, I like to make buckets and hammerheads.
So how is production since the 7 Years' War, Vin?
It's been so hard. I mean, we don't sell enough pots and crops to get by. We make substantial losses. The 7 Years' War, we lose so many family friends.
So would you agree that even the gang violence in Poole is affecting your business and your livelihood here?
Oh, yes, like I told you at the greenhouse, I already lose belongings and stuff to the violence. Customers, they don't come, they don't paint pots, they don't buy crops. I can't afford to live.
So what's your objective here now that you've maybe lost what you had before? So what are you going to do next?
We just need to keep Nafo alive. We need to try and keep Nafo happy.
Moments after Vin's breathtaking interview, he invited the team and I for a spot of tea and some light communist reading, after we began the long journey back home. Next, a touching interview with Seth Basie, an amateur DJ and a victim of 2 Keys. A warning, the following may be distressing to some viewers. Welcome to the show. So, do you want to, get us through what happened before the attack?
Well, I just got back from the Bic because the gig hadn't gone too well, and I decided to stop off at the Chippy on the way home. I've been going there a lot lately because I've got an addiction to extra cheesy chips. It's alright, so take time. He was just stood right there in front of me. He was so tall and menacing, and he just shoved me straight to the ground, and that's when he. God.
What happened, Seth? What happened?
He stabbed me with it. My own chip fork.
Seth, I'm so sorry. Is that where you have splinters?
Yeah. He went straight to my earlobe and I nearly bled out.
Could it be more of a personal attack, perhaps? A grudge or a warning sign?
It could have been, I guess. He really looked really angry, the guy who attacked me. I just wish I could ask him.
After receiving a tip-off, the team quickly sped off to locate the attacker known as Frank. We eventually got given word that he spends most of his time in the Canford Heath gym.
That's quite a moving interview, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't even believe you kept... Wait.
Is that...
That's him! Frank, why did you do it? Why did you do it? Why did you get safe Basie? Why did you stab him? Frank, Frank, why did you...
He deserved it.
Frank, do you think it's right? Do you think it's right? People in the open. Oh God, you might want to move out the way. Seth, why did you stab him? Why?
Well, that was Frank. He stabbed Seth Basie with his own chip fork.
Disgraceful
and
what he did. Absolutely disgraceful.
He's got nothing to say for himself, apparently.
So, we'll be hearing from him very soon.
The threat of a 2 Keys return has caused many residents who had experienced the 7 Years' War to flee. Those who have stayed have not yet accepted the horrors that threaten to unfold.
With local authorities only now starting to mobilise, schools are unprepared and under-resourced to de-radicalise Year 9s. There is little doubt that war is on the horizon, and there is little anyone can do about it.
I've been Ben Trant.
And I've been Jordan Jones. And this has been Ben&J's Armed Gangs. Good night.
Hello. Tell him about the honey, mummy.